Hello there, it's Ellie here, and in today's video I am just talking about the site called Optimal Box. And if you watched my video, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago now, and I was explaining that I started using Optimal Box as an additional income stream, basically due to, the changes that have happened online with the coronavirus happening, and lots of sites have changed what they're doing or reduced their payment methods or the actual earnings. All kinds of things have happened, and so because of that, I decided that I would go back basically to like what I call like my old favorites, my PTC sites. And they've been running for in the region of what, 12 or 13 years now. These sites have been running online, and they weather the storm basically because they're very simple. They have a really easy kind of methodology to understand, and they work. They work really well. So I decided then that I was going to add Optimal Box to my daily routine. So I already work with several other PTC sites, and really what I wanted to do with Optimal Box was really just to show you the difference that it can make whenever you actually focus on and if you're working with rented referrals on these sites, the difference that it makes if you actually extend them by the longest time. So if you don't know anything about PTC sites already, then let me just show you. So to earn money, the only thing that you need to do is to view some adverts. So you can see here, there are lots and lots of adverts here that are available. So on Optimal Box there are fixed ads, which you just click on the title. It will open in a new screen, and you will see the wait please option, and then a little timer will appear. There it is. And you just wait for the timer to go down. Once it's finished, then you just have to choose the correct image. So I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so these are the images. So on Optimal Box, then you have to click the upside down picture. So all of these ones are the right way up. This is the one that's upside down. So you just click on it. There you go. Thanks for watching. And hey presto, you have now added some money to your account. Now, I just want to highlight on here, the earnings for clicking on these ads are 0.001. So you might think like it's going to take forever to actually earn any money with these sites. And that's true if the only thing that you do is click on the ads. If, however, you work with the rented referrals option, then that's when you can earn a very high level income. So let me show you my account. So what I did on this account, basically just so that I could show you, how it actually works and do it quite fast. What I did was I deposited some cash that I had earned on some of the other sites that I use, and I rented some referrals. So rented referrals are basically just people who are allocated to you by the site if you pay to actually rent them. So they are people, they are just like normal team members. The only difference is that you're paying a small amount to the website for you to have those referrals allocated to your account. So that means then that, the site can actually do the paid advertising and all that kind of stuff that gets more and more people interested in joining the site. You don't have to do any of that. You can leave that to the professionals, basically, the people who own the site and who know what they're doing. So you don't have to do any of that. All you do is you pay a small amount to the company directly, which is what they use in turn then to use for the paid advertising, and those referrals will be allocated to your account. So I have added, well, actually it's 55 rented referrals I now have on my account. So these are all the rented referrals. And you will notice here that all of these ones are extended by over 300 days. And that's because I paid, whenever you first get them, you will have them for 30 days. So these two are just newly added onto my account. I haven't extended them yet. The other ones, then I used the money that I deposited and I extended them for 365 days. So if I go back over to my account summary, you can see here, this is the balance that I have is 0.54, so 54 cents. And this is my earning that I have received from my rented referrals overnight. So it's been one night or one day since what I do is then I move the funds across from here into my purchase balance, and I'll be using that money to actually extend the rented referrals. So you can see here I have 55 rented referrals. I have one direct referral, wherever that person has come from, I'm not quite sure yet. But what I want to show you is the actual calculations then for the earnings that I will be receiving from Optimal Bucks. So there's a few things that we just need to know here. So we're going to use this amount, 54 cents, and we have 55 rented referrals, and we're going to look at the extending for 365 days. So those are the figures that we're going to be using. So let me just go over to a paint screen, and we'll work out some of the calculations. It's supposed to be text. Sorry, it's stuck on select at the minute. Let me type. Oh, it's because the video is running. It's not letting me choose. Hold on, if I can move this down. Haha, there we go. Okay, and so we've got overnight earnings 0.54 in one day. Okay, we've got that for 55 rented referrals, and what we want to work out then is the earnings for 365 days then is 54, just going to do it on my phone here, 54 cents multiplied by 365 days equals $197.10. So if I do absolutely nothing else and I keep with my 55 rented referrals, the only thing that I'm doing is, extending them all for 365 days, then the chances are that I'm going to earn in the region of $197.10. Now the earning can change a little bit, it'll fluctuate up and down a little bit, but this is kind of on average. This is what my daily earnings are right now. So, you know, this is what is, you know, from my actual account. So $197.10. And this is for having 55 rented referrals. Now, if we go back over to my account and I go to my deposit history, I want to show you that I have deposited $110. So there's $60 plus $50 is $110. So the cost was $110. So I'm going to be in profit by $87.10. And that's by doing absolutely nothing else. But this is, you know, obviously that's earnings for a year, which is not a very high amount. But what I'm going to do next then is that I am going to use some of the funds that I get, some of the funds that I earn from the account, and I'm going to increase the number of rented referrals that I have. Now, I'm going to be working on this, you know, for probably a few weeks at least, and I will be working on reaching 500 rented referrals first of all. So we're going to imagine that you know, on average, that's about, say I had 50 rented referrals now, so that equals 10 times the number of rented referrals that I had whenever I was earning this amount. So that's going to change the amount of earnings that I get. We'll just multiply it out. So it's probably going to be closer to $5.40. And this amount, then the profit that I get is going to multiply by 10 as well. So by the end of the year, with 500 rented referrals, I'm going to have a profit, that's after the costs have been taken out, of $870. And the only thing that I need to do to earn this is to actually do 4 ad clicks as I showed you. So if I go back to the view adverts, it tells you here, you have viewed 1 advert today. You need to view at least 3 more ads to earn clicks from your referrals tomorrow. So I need to click on 4 of these adverts each day for me to earn from my rented referrals. Now, if I go back to here and say that I decide that I don't actually want to stop at 500 rented referrals, I'd like to go instead up to, say, 5,000 rented referrals. So then that's multiplied by 100 on what I have right now. And at the end of the year, then I will have made $8,700 on average. Now, obviously, these are not, you know, specific amounts. I can't guarantee that this is the amount that I'm going to make, but it's based very much on the calculations and the earnings that I'm getting from the account right now. So this is why, you know, you can make $8,000 by clicking 4 ads per day. And that's where people don't understand, you know, how they actually make the bigger money with PTC sites. So hopefully you found that useful, and do let me know below if you have any questions at all. The link for Optimal Box will be added below the video as well, and hopefully you will register and try the site out for yourself. Take care now. Happy earning as always. Bye.